To empty the ilahs, the wrong idols, the wrong things. It's not just an idol that you put one Buddha here, one put there. It is whatever that you worship, whatever that you are obsessed about, whatever that you're holding on that is replacing the worship and the love you're supposed to have for Allah. Some people, they worship their children. Some people, they worship money. Some people, they worship anxiety and problems. Whatever it is that you're spending time with, that you are pulling your tasbih, that you're remembering every single day, money or worrying or woman or man or this or that, that is what you worship. Whatever you're busy with, this is what SahibulSaif said, this is what you're worshiping. So before I said all of that, important thing is to empty your heart. Putting Allah in your heart, yes, it's a throne, but first you have to empty. If that throne, there's not one person, 10 people sitting on that throne, how are you going to invite Allah to sit? Huh? This is the whole thing that is in our way. Other ways, they're concentrating on Allah. We're concentrating on La ilaha. When you remove, then you discover illallah. There is nothing but Allah. Do you understand? So you're asking me, how to find satisfaction in Allah? Take out all other kinds of satisfactions and worries and other things from your heart. How do you do that? Are you busy pleasing your Lord? Looking for His pleasure? Do you have that kind of simple, let's say, I don't like to use the word relationship. Simple worship. Ya Rabbi, I finished praying. Please, accept it. Ya Rabbi, this is as much as I can do. Ya Rabbi, forgive me. You know? Are we doing that? Or are we doing that as a dua that we memorize somewhere and that we just do it like a robot? Because everything that I said, Ya Rabbi, thank you, Ya Rabbi, forgive me, all these, in a very simple way, this is what the prophets, they were doing. This is what the Holy Prophet ﷺ was doing. He was having conversations with Allah. Every dua was a conversation with Allah. He was talking, yes. Do not leave me to the hands of my ego, even for a blink of an eye, Ya Rabbi. That is a dua, that's what we take. But that is his talk, his conversation with Allah. How much we have? Oh, no, I only talk to Allah when I'm praying. BS, we're going to say. When you're praying, you're not. So do we have that? First start with that. Then you answer that. How are you going to have satisfaction? Because you don't have a relationship with Allah. Or, okay, let's say, then with your Prophet ﷺ. Allah is merciful and He's saying, then go through this way. Are we? Or only when you're singing songs and reciting poetry and you cry, you feel that you're so close. But beyond that, you don't. You don't carry His sunnah, you don't carry His responsibilities, whatever that is given to us. Okay, and Allah is saying, then obey Allah, obey the Prophet, and obey your rightly guided messengers, rightly guided leaders, not messengers, leaders. We're following tarikats, we're following our shaykh. So, now you have a person in front of you, undeniable person, flesh and blood like you. The one who's representing the message that is coming down and the haqq that you must take and you must put in your lives. How much is that one in your heart? You understand? Then if you say, okay, I don't know about Prophet, I don't know about Allah, I know my share. That time, stop smiling as if you know so much. I'm going to throw this to your head. Huh? You're the worst one here, and yet you're talking like, mashallah, so much opening coming to you. Shaykh. You do that. If you do that, you don't know about Allah, you don't know about the Prophet ﷺ. You don't pretend to know, meaning Some people are saying, please, can I take bayat because I want to unite with Allah. Hasbunallah ni'mal wakil. Are you understanding what you are? So those ones that they say, I don't know, too much. I cannot say I'm close to Allah. I cannot say I'm close to the Prophet ﷺ, the son of the prophets. How can I get close? I cannot get close to this son. I want to get close to that son. They say, but at least my Shaykh is in front of me and I try to run. I don't know about this, but I know that. That time, you can say you're a Qadiri. Huh? As that murid, he didn't know anything. And his own zikr was Abdulkerim Gilani, Abdulkerim Gilani, Abdulkerim, because he was in love with his Shaykh. And his Shaykh was Gausul Azam, the arch intercessor. He was only doing that. People are saying, oh, that is a shirk. But so many people, they're saying football, 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 soccer, 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 cricket, cricket, cricket. Huh? That's only sports. They're obsessed by it. Woman's, woman's, man's, man's, wealth, wealth, money, money, whatever they worship. But that one who's saying Abdulkerim Gilani, because he's just in love, he doesn't think it's not Allah. And that one is representing the Prophet ﷺ. So when he died and the angels came to question him and asked him, who is your Lord? He says, Abdulkerim Gilani. Who is your Prophet? Abdulkerim Gilani. Which nation you belong to? Abdulkerim. Every question is Abdulkerim Gilani. They are all wrong questions, and the angels themselves, this is wrong. We have to punish him. And Gausul Azam appeared in that grave and says, don't touch my murid. The one who loves us, we love them. The one who's with us, we are with them. Do you understand? So now you're asking the question, am I saying people to call out our name or who? No. Understand the lesson that we're trying to say. But if you want to be difficult, please, then do whatever you want. So put someone who is in love with Allah in your heart. Then slowly you may put your Lord there, because Allah is in their heart. Yes? And they are with Allah and Allah is with them. So then ask yourself, how I remove it? All these other things. It's some ways it's pretty easy. Check how much time I spend thinking about this, worrying about this, being happy about this, being sad about this. How much effort a day, a week, a month am I doing that? That is what you're worshipping. How much time you are just talking to your Lord and saying, thank you, Ya Rabbi. Shukr, Ya Rabbi. I hope you like this, Ya Rabbi. I know this is not much, Ya Rabbi, but shukr, Ya Rabbi, you're showing me this. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, please protect me. Every looking for excuse to speak to his Lord. You understand? You do that a lot. You take the step. Now your heart will start moving when you do that. And then, especially if you are in this way, you cannot get close to Allah, you cannot get close to the Prophet or to your Shaykh without carrying the responsibility that is given to them. As that Bedouin who said, Ya Rasulullah, I love you. And the Prophet ﷺ says, then prepare yourself for hardship. He didn't say prepare yourself for paradise, he said prepare yourself for hardship. So when your heart starts working, then that time you're not going to look to your satisfaction. Oh, I'm just going to say more Allah so I get more satisfied. No, you're not going to be in your world. You understand? Even if you go as high as the Mi'raj, you're not going to stay there. You're going to come down just like your Prophet ﷺ. And you're going to come down, and what are you going to do? you're just going to care for people. You're just going to help people. And sometimes you're going to care for people who don't care for you. You're going to help people who will bite your hand. But you say, that is your shan. This is my shan. That is your honor, this is my honor. That is your nature, this is my nature. Because your nature starts changing. And it has to change according to the nature of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. As we're entering into the days of the Urs of Gawsul Azam, concentrate more. What he did. What did he do to be called the Green One? What did he do? They don't concentrate on that too much or base their teachings on that so much. One word from his Shaykh, he stayed up on the mountains, on that hill for 7 years. And he was eating the barks and the leaves. There was no food. You don't think he is not intelligent. Don't think that others didn't come up and say to him, you know, the Shaykh doesn't mean like that. Shaykh was watching him and testing him. And he's saying, this is for me. No, I will not come down, because the Shaykh says, go up there and wait for me. And when he came down, he became Sultan. So, and then what is his work? Is to bring people to Islam. Is to bring people to Sunnah. Is to bring people then to carry the work of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. We are too dirty to be talking about him, of course. But he has blessed our Grand Shaykh and has blessed our Shaykh. And as I was speaking also earlier, why are you hiding? I was going to mention you. Yeah. Don't let Shaitan to play tricks with you. Now is not the time for meditation. You're going to continue like this, we'll squeeze you. Holy days that we're entering. This much is enough. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum.